All right, you all. So today I am going to make some Creole cornbread. And these are the ingredients you need. These are the dry ingredients. I hope you all can see. So I have here, of course, 1 box of Jiffy. You need a 1/2 teaspoon of Slap Your Mama, a 1/2 teaspoon of Creole seasoning, a 1/2 teaspoon of parsley, a 1/2 teaspoon of paprika, a 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder, and a 1/4 teaspoon of cayenne pepper. I'm gonna use 1/2 of a 4th, so I'm sorry, an 1/8 teaspoon. I was thinking about this paprika, you all. See, this cornbread came out so good that I want to do it for the people. So I'm trying to get it together and figure it out as I am going. I believe I got it, but just watch me, and then I'll make sure I leave like the exact seasoning either throughout the video or I will leave the recipe in the description. I already have this up, so the recipe is already up. I'm just trying to get it off the dome. I got a recipe here off my phone, but when I put this recipe in my phone, I forgot to add paprika. So we'll see. I may or may not add that. I know I sprinkled that on top when I finished. So this may not be included in the Jiffy mix. I will figure it out as I go. And here I have a 1/2 chopped of white small onion. And to the left, that is the pickled jalapeno. Let me show you all which brand, because it does make a difference to me. And those are 9 slices. La Contena, I believe that's how you say this. La Contena. Yeah, these are the truth. So I got 9 of those. Let me leave that out because I like to pour a little pickle juice. Yes, I like to pour just a little bit of the pickled jalapeno juice in the Jiffy mix. So those are the dry seasonings and the vegetables. Now I'm going to get like fully into the wet. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I will explain the wet as I am going. That's going in as well. For this recipe, I want you to know that you need the cream corn. I will show you all that. And you need tomatoes. So what makes this Creole cornbread pop is the onion, jalapeno, and the tomatoes. And this also has red chilies. This is what I used the first time. I'm going to go back to my YouTube video so I can get the correct recipe. Okay, here we go. So I showed you all the zatarain's crab oil, and the measurement for the zatarains is a 1/2 teaspoon. All right, so with this recipe, you're gonna need measuring spoons. All right, I'm gonna do my thing. You all just watch me do what it is that I do. Now, A lot of people around the holiday season, I have been seeing, you know, different women inquiring about Jiffy and the sweetness of Jiffy. This is how you do Jiffy. I'm about to show you all how to watch the master. Alright, that's one box. Oh, and then I'll be using this Pyrex. You can use whatever pan you like. If you want to use your cast iron, whatever. And then later on, I'll spray it. This really does help, okay? When you spray your pan, it makes the cornbread come right out. And then you are able to eat it without a struggle. Now, here's a little cooking hack I do. I keep this box, because when I crack the egg, I put the eggshells in there. So it's like a little, small little garbage can on top of the table. Yeah, learn something. Because the reason why I do that, I cannot stand going. I try to prevent the back and forth to the garbage can. So, all right. I like to keep going. So I'm about to go with the eggs right now. So I have 2 medium eggs. You could use 1 large. But for this recipe, since I'm using the medium size eggs. Okay, you see what I'm saying? Dump that right there. Ladies, move that to the side and let's keep going, okay? So, I was talking about the eggs, right? So you want to, if you don't have large, just use 2 medium. If you have a large, just use 1 large. So that's how I like to do that. I despise the little white, thick, nasty thing. I can't stand it. Let me get that out real quick. Like, if it's in there, I try to get it up off of there. I don't eat that, you all. That little white blob. Trash. Alright. Here's my secret to moist cornbread. So, you all, this is the bomb. The one that says robust. The Contena EVOO that says robust. Yes, Lord. And it's a little circle. When you take the cap off, it's a little circle inside. I use that. And I would say that looks like about like half a teaspoon. And you let that get on in that cornbread. That is how my cornbread remains moist. Now I'm going to add the milk. I'm going to use this, the buttermilk. Let me shake it. So I'm doing this recipe again for you all because I didn't do like a how-to or step-by-step video. It came out so good. I just did a slight video and then I attached the recipe in the description box. So I want to show you all how to get this done. And you're gonna need the taco cheese. That's what I use. We'll get into that and cross that bridge when we get there. And mild cheddar cheese. But like I said, we'll cross that bridge when we get there. So I'm just working on adding the wet to the cornbread, the wet ingredients to the cornbread. I'm on the buttermilk, so that's a 1/4 cup. I'm reading my recipe. Okay, so that's a 1/4 down there, you all. And you have to judge it like when you stir, that you may want to add a little more. Next, here's my hack I told you all about. This is how you calm down the sweetness of Jiffy. For one, the buttermilk. Next, the white vinegar and the real lemon juice. And you want to put a half a tablespoon of each. Hold on, you all. My half tablespoon is missing. Where did it float off to? That's okay. I got plenty of these. I got 3 sets of these. Okay, I got some more. Okay, so half a tablespoon. I pulled it off. Oh, I was doing the video one day and it was too loud for my liking. And I took it off. Alright, but I'm gonna move on with these. I'll find it. So I'm gonna add the white distilled vinegar. This is how you calm down the sweetness of Jiffy. Half a tablespoon. Of the white vinegar, and I'm gonna add the half a tablespoon of lemon juice. Always shake things up. Now I'm gonna give it a stir. Next, I'm gonna add the zatarains after I stir. This is so good, you all. Oh my God. I don't know what got into me when I made this. I was just in the mood for Creole cornbread, you all. And I never had it before. Okay? Never tasted it, never cooked it. Nobody in my family has ever made it. You know, we in the Midwest. We in Indiana, okay? You all, so you don't see too many, you know, women making this. This is a Southern thing. But see, I got Southern roots in me. I'm sorry, you all. Let me get over. Yeah, my grandmother, she, you know, from Mississippi. And see that? That's in me. That's my father's mother. Okay? Alright. So you want to get that there like that. And then a half a teaspoon of the zatarain crab. This is what makes, yeah. Oh my God. It gives it the correct Creole flavor that you are looking for. I'm happy to do this for you all. I was supposed to be doing my hair today, but I was running so many errands today. And cause earlier I did the avocado hair mask video, but I just did the how-to part. And I'm gonna do my hair. I'm gonna wash it, okay, in the morning. Like, I'll apply the avocado hair mask in the morning and then wash it. But I really want to get this video done for you all, because I'm very tired. But I do have enough strength to get this done. But I do know that I do not have enough strength to do my hair. I have a lot of hair. It takes a very long time to do my hair. All right, back to this. I'm gonna start moving things out the way. This is like a lot of ingredients to this, but it's worth it. Like, when you combine all of this together, it's worth it. So I came up with this Now you know I just studied different recipes here and there. All right, let's get off into the seasonings. Then I'm gonna add the cream corn and Rotel after I do the seasoning. So let me get the seasonings. Okay, just making sure that spoon isn't going anywhere. I have a longer spoon, but I'm a petite woman. Okay. And I find that this is like a big soup spoon. The size of it is about tablespoon, but I find that I can handle stirring, like I get in there better with that as opposed to like using something long. So just, all right, like don't fry me and roast me. She's using the wrong type of spoon. I can work with it better. That's all you are. But I got all kinds of spoons and all kinds of, okay, you know, just all kinds of stuff. So just so you all know, I'm not a janky cook. I'm not a chef, but I know how to cook. It's just a God-given gift. See, I got nice things, all right, you all? But they're so big and long, I like this better. Now, those tools do come in handy, like when I have see, this is just one box of Jiffy, all right? So say if I was like stirring up 4 to 6 boxes of Jiffy, all right, I would use a bigger bowl and my longer spoon, but this is just one box and that spoon is good enough. All right, so back to the seasoning. So I'm gonna put in a half a teaspoon of Creole seasoning. And the way you get in there, you all take that top off if it can come off, and put that teaspoon down in there. It just makes things easier. Yeah, I'm not a chef. I just like to make tasty food. Next, half a teaspoon of Slap Your Mama. Now to Slap Your Mama, you can't get the teaspoon down in there. So you're gonna have to pour it out. Hang tight. You gotta wipe this egg. And then and don't be pouring over when you have to pour it out of the seasoning, pour it over a little saucer or over this here. Remember I told you about this my little garbage can. I like to do that because it just helps me to keep going. Alright, so this is a half teaspoon. When I tell y'all this is fire. Next, we're gonna do. So since I already have the chopped onions, that's why I said just a 1/4 teaspoon of the onion powder. And you don't need garlic powder because the Slap Your Mama and Creole seasoning both have garlic in it. Alright, so you have to judge accordingly. So I'm just taking off the top of the onion powder. And I'm going to use a 1/4 teaspoon of the onion powder. . I use this Best Choice, you all, because, you know, I got this months ago. And my favorite seasonings, I like, of course, we all love McCormick. But, like, when I was at the store, they ran out, okay? And so I wasn't about to drive around everywhere just to look for some onion powder. And that was, like, the only brand they had left. And I love this brand, too, Spice Supreme. That's what the Creole... This is a good brand, you all, okay? Gives your food a lot of flavor. Now, when I added the parsley flakes inside, I didn't do like an exact measurement. And I'm not, and I'm trying to, yeah, just a couple of shakes and you all. So that almost looked like about a 4th teaspoon of the parsley flakes. Then you want to add this here. You want to watch. It's very hot. So 1/8 teaspoon. So that's 1/2 4. Oh, I got it. There we go. Now the 1/8 didn't come on this measuring set. But it is on here. A lot of times when I'm doing the 1/8 on this set, I'm just using 1/2 4. But I have an 1/8 on. This is the 1/8. It's faded, but this is the 1/8. That is what you want to do. Now the reason why I say 1/8 of the cayenne, because you already gonna have the heat from the jalapeno. And then I'm going to add a little jalapeno juice in there as well. Which I'm going to do right now. And the jalapeno juice, that's about a 4th teaspoon. You can even do a 1/2 teaspoon. Now, okay, so the first time I made this, I used a 1/2. I could tell by how I poured it. All right, so, okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to just add another 1/4. So, okay, you could use just a 1/2 teaspoon of the, all right. Either 2/4 or 1/2. Like, don't go past 1/2. Now I'm going to give this a stir. Now that the seasonings are in here. Alright, so now that I'm thinking back, because I'm thinking about the paprika, you all. You don't need to add it in because it's already in here. So what I did with this, I sprinkled this on top. That's what I did. Okay. So I'm figuring this out live. Right with you all. You know, right with the taping. Because remember I told you, I've never made this in the past. I just recently made this one time. So this is my 2nd time making this. Okay, I did a... It smells like... you can get a like whiff of the Creole scent just from this. And I'm not even done yet. So right now I'm just going back through it, making sure I'm smashing up any lumps. Because I saw a lump. That's why I like this spoon, you all. I could help me get them lumps. Like I could really get down in there. Okay, now I'm gonna add the vegetables. No, the cream corn. So this is, okay, I saved this from the first time I made this. So half a can of cream corn. So if you are making my recipe for 1 box of Jiffy, it's a half a can of cream corn. So if you are making 2 boxes, then it's what? The whole can, all right, of the cream corn. But all of that in there. So that's how you get down in there. You know what? I'm gonna use I have a smaller one. I told you I got cooking tools. I got plenty of cooking tools, and it's more tools. Me and my mom was talking about that, and she said, yeah, she said, I even have a cookbook that will show you all the different tools you need. So see, my mom has been hooking me up, you all, because I told her, I'm like, I'm trying to do these cooking videos. I'm ready to get down, because these people don't even understand how I slay in the kitchen. I could do this stuff blindfold. And I love, like, learning new dishes and, you know, ooh, I love it. So this is very, you know, it's exciting to me. And it's fun to just learn new dishes and open up your palate. So I'm starting a half a can of cream corn. And I'm going to add the Rotel. Again, same concept. If you use 1 box of Jiffy, it's a half a can of the Rotel. If you use 2 boxes, then the whole can of Rotel. And actually, you don't need it. I remember earlier in the video I said if you want to, you can add a little more buttermilk. You don't have to, because it's juices in the Rotel. So like after you add the Rotel, it's gonna thin out a bit. You'll be fine. Now I'm gonna add the vegetables. So I'm gonna add the onion. And you can even use scallions. See, you all, I'm trying to remember if I used the scallions the first time I made this. I don't think I did. But if you want, you can add scallions. So that's, I just added all of the vegetables. And give it a stir. Like I said, it's gonna thin out, but you'll be all right. And I probably could have poured off a lot of the tomato juice from the Rotel, but that's okay. It'll be all right. The moist, the better. As long as you don't add no extra milk or no other liquids, like no more jalapeno juice, no more milk. Okay, that's enough. Now we're gonna, because we're getting to the home stretch, everybody. We're gonna add the taco cheese. And I don't measure out the cheese, but I do it per eyeball, okay, with my hand. So handful, all right? All right, excuse me. I was putting my buttermilk away and my lemon juice. So the first time I made this, I just got two handfuls of the taco cheese. And so actually that's the rest of this bag. Yeah, all of that. All of that. So that's about 2 handfuls. You all, I love this cheese. This Dutch Farms taco cheese is so good. Sometimes I just eat it, okay, just for fun, you know, just random snacking. It's just good. All right. Now you want to add, I'm not wasting my cheese. Don't worry, my table is clean. Now you want to add a good handful of malt. So someone gave me this, and I'm at the end of this malt. It was a lot at first. Look how big this bag was. I used all of that for the holiday cooking, you know, and even the cooking I was doing before Thanksgiving. I've had this bag a while. But what you do, ladies, is you freeze it, okay? I always put it in the freezer. So this, just one handful. So it's, I dropped a little, hold on. So it's 2 handfuls of taco to, that's your ratio, to 1 handful of malt. And just stop. So I still got some left. And you know, when you have a small amount like this, you can make cheese eggs, right? Don't waste it. Just because it's a little left, don't mean you can, you know, that doesn't mean you have to let it go to waste. Put that back in the freezer. And then stir. Now the cheese was frozen a bit, so I had it sitting out. Alright. And then you stir. Alright, now, as you can see, your mixture is thickening up after you add the cheese. So remember, 2 handfuls of taco cheese to 1 handful of malt. I'm just breaking down because, like I said, they was frozen. So I'm just making sure there's no like chunks of cheese. Now, with this Creole cornbread, you can add like little pieces of shrimp or little pieces of lobster. Like, you can have fun with this. Okay, I've seen recipes that did include some pieces of shrimp. But I don't have any shrimp, and I'm not running out to go get any right now because I'm not leaving my house. I'm done for the day. I ripped and ran all morning. Alright. Yeah, I ripped and ran all morning, so I'm not going back out. Yeah, y'all, that's it. Alright, let me show you all. Get that consistency. Okay, so that's how you want it. And don't worry if it's, you know, You might feel like, oh, it needs to be thicker. No, 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 no. This is exactly how it's supposed to be. See that cheese and the tomatoes and onions and jalapenos, it's gonna suck all of that up. This is about to be so freaking good. Oh my God. All right, now it's time to do the honors. Last time I sprinkled some paprika on top. I don't think I'm gonna do it this time. You don't have to have that. Okay, so anyway, I'm spraying this non-stick canola onto my Pyrex. And just so you all will know, this is a 11 by 7 and 1.5 inch deep, Pyrex pan. And that's it right there. And just kind of get the sides. Because this is a nice oily consistency. So you could just spray the bottom and then work it along the sides. And then rub it in if you want at the bottom. One thing I found out, you all. I've never used this before. But I got this recently. And I found this at the Family Dollar. It does an excellent job. Yep. I usually like grab some cooking spray from Save-A-Lot. I like this brand called Westcott. Something like that. West Scott. And this that works well too. It's in a green spray can, but yeah. Cause when I cooked this Creole cornbread before and sprayed, after I, cut, it popped the cornbread right out. Like no fuss. No fuss at all. Okay, I'm getting ready to add the mixture to the pan. I just really want you all to understand the importance of spraying and use the. I would advise you to use the Pyrex. And you know what? It works better because of the cheese, right? Now, a lot of the recipes that I saw, they use the cast iron skillet. By all means, to each his own. Go ahead and do that if you like. But I learned and discovered that the Pyrex did an excellent job. You want to get all of it. As much as you can out of the bowl. It is so good. Don't waste not a drop. As much as you can. That's why it's good to have your mixing bowls and these type of spatulas. Get all of that. Alright, normally you all in my videos, I don't like to talk. But I really wanted to talk to you all during this. Kind of guide everybody through. Because I didn't want you all to feel, like nervous or timid while trying to make this. Because you think twice when it looks, you're going to be like, oh, this is runny. No. It needs to be like that. Now, when you put this in the oven, you're supposed to put, let me put this bowl away. You're supposed to put it in the oven on 400 and it has to bake you all for about, it needs 40 to 45 minutes. And it really does need that much. I'm gonna add a little. This happened before, but I'm gonna work it in the mix. Okay, so I'm sorry, you are back to baking. So they say 400 degrees, right? For about 40 to 45 minutes. I would say you have to judge that for yourself. You have to know your oven. So what I'm saying is, you all, my oven is a beast. 375 is like 400, okay? So you have to make that judgment call. Now, you are, the first time I made this, I wanted it so bad I kept checking. Right now I'm just working the parsley. I added a little extra parsley just for color, the sake of color, across the top. So yeah, I'm gonna put it in the oven and I'm going to have it in for about 40 minutes. So I was saying, the first time I did this, I took it out because I forgot to look up how long it take. Yeah, this take a minute. This is not no, oh, pop this in the oven, it's gonna be done in about 20-30 minutes. No. And you have to remember, it's because the cheese is in there, so it needs that extra time. All right, here's the Creole cornbread. It's done. And I like to, anytime I make cornbread, I like to put a little of the Imperial on top. Give it a little bit more flavor. Every time I make cornbread, I don't care what kind of cornbread it is, I always brush a little of this on top when I pull it out. My mama taught me that trick. Gives it flavor at the top and a nice glossy presentation. Yeah. Now I had this cooking for about 45 minutes. I took it out in 40 minutes. And I realized I'm gonna put it back in for 5 more. So let me check. Yeah, it's ready. Yeah, it look way better than. So 5 minutes really makes a difference, you all. Hold on, let me rinse my hand. So remember, I mentioned this before, you don't want to, put it out too early. You know, this is not 20-30 minute cornbread. Okay, I'm gonna cut it and let's see what's the result. Now, at this state, I would say the cornbread is very soft. So you all experimenting. I'm gonna put it back in. My taste buds are all over the place. I got hot wings and French fries. But I'm gonna make, it's a dish I'm making tomorrow. It's gonna go good. With this cornbread. I'm starting early. I'm gonna make just some hamburger helper lasagna meal. Alright, so 5 more minutes. I'll be back. Alright, so I just took it out of the oven. And that was 5 more minutes on top of 45, so 50 minutes. So let's see how the consistency is now. Oh yeah. This is how I like it. So I had it on 375. You all 375 for 50 minutes. Hang tight. I'm about to pull it out of the Pirates. Just want to get this mess right quick. I gotta feed my son, and I just pulled the wings out. And he's so patient. He know I'm trying to do these videos. This cornbread is so good, you all. Alright, so I've cut this little piece here. Alright, there we go. Yeah, it's yeah. Way better. Oh yes. Oh yes. I want to get my little, I want all my little piece that go with that. Yes, I do. Hold on, I'm about to show you all. Hold on. The close up. All right, there we go. You see that? That is how you want it. All right, so okay, see that's done. Oh my God, you all this. You have got to try my recipe. Okay, now I'm gonna taste it at this state, because the piece I tasted prior to this, it was like a little too soft for me. Yeah, I like how that. So 375, 50 minutes. I'm trying to get that little piece of corn, okay? I love how the colors are popping through, the red and the green. Oh God, yeah. Yep, I sure did. I just gave myself and this cornbread, or Creole cornbread, excuse me, a round of applause. Yes, I did. It is very good. This need an award. I'm gone, you all. Oh my God. I want that little piece of corn too. Okay, I'm gonna stop. All right, try my recipe. Please try my recipe. You will not regret it. It is very moist. I'm trying to see if I can bring it up close before. Okay, you all. Ooh, please try this. Hold on. You see all of that moistness? Yeah. And it has a nice color. Please try this. You won't regret it. You all have a good evening. Whew.